first things first. Game of the year. Game of the fucking year. 2024 was a really, really big year for video games. We got a lot of fucking bangers like Wukong, Shadow of the Erdtree. It's just a lot of shit to go down the list. But the Game Awards has officially put out the nominees for like each category and shit. Now I can sit here and go over each fucking category, which will take like a jillion years because we know there's like 30 of them shits. But what we're gonna do is focus in on the Game of the Year nominees and talk about which game we think is gonna win that which game is gonna win the Game of the Year category and why. So I'm pulling it up right now. I believe it's right here. So yeah, Game of the Year. We have 6 finalists, right?
Right.
We have Black Myth Wukong. We have Shadow of the Erdtree, which was the Elden Ring expansion, which is like that's a little interesting. We'll get into like that being a part of the whole Game of the Year conversation because some people consider it, some people don't. So we have Black Myth Wukong, Shadow of the Erdtree. We have Metaphor ReFantasia, which is from the Persona studio. I believe, what is this right here? Oh, we have Final Fantasy 7. I don't know what game this is. Oh, Solitaro. I think it's a card game, like Solitaire. You see it right there with the joke? I never even heard of that shit.
I've never heard of it.
And then we have Astrobot. So, kind of weird. Like, I feel like there was some other games that could have possibly been, thrown in there, especially like with shit like Warhammer. Warhammer probably deserves some Game of the Year nods.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. It's in a couple of other categories, but
Game
I
of the
feel
Year
like
it came out in the middle. It came out in a decent time.
Yeah,
and
facts.
It
facts. It didn't come out in a time where it couldn't be like nominated type shit. So I wanted to ask you, bro. I feel like I already know what the fuck your answer is gonna be because I had the pleasure of editing and watching your fucking beautiful playthrough. But what's your Game of the Year, bro? Even though I already know a stupid question.
It's Black Myth Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong?
Yeah, I think that they're if I'm not mistaken, they're not known to anybody. Like the people who made the game, they're not known to anybody. And they fucking clutched.
They're new studio for sure.
Yeah, to make a game like Elden Ring or I'm sorry,
like a
Souls game.
Yeah, facts.
At the same time you were playing Sekiro.
Right, and that was insane. A lot of similarities.
Yeah. And it was intense, man. I love the story. The storyline was insane.
Facts.
Insane, bro.
What about Silent Hill 2? Do you think that should have got a nod? That's not on there, and it is one of the new games that you played through this year.
It should have got, of course. Silent Hill. It should have got nominated at least, especially against the fucking card game, bro. Like,
yeah. No disrespect to the card game, because it's probably fire, but
but
that shit was great. And then the fact that Space Marine is out in there kind of blew minds a little bit. I feel like they really went off. That's kind of you want to know what's funny? Another game that dropped, I believe this year. Let me make sure. I don't want to like start talking shit, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Armored Core dropped this year, right? Which is also from the Dark Soul niggas, like Elden Ring and them. And I don't think that got a fucking nod. Let's see, when did that drop, bro? Look it up for me. I'm seeing reviews. I need a fucking release date. Oh yeah, no, that was last year. That was 2023. I'm bugging. Okay. Copy.
But not even games like Helldivers is up there. Or was
Helldivers was this shit. Yeah, I think it's up there for a different category.
But
with Warhammer and shit. I think it's going up against Warhammer. I think that they kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I want to, you know what? Before saying that, I'm gonna just be, I'm gonna do my due diligence and I'm gonna pull up game releases of 2024 instead of saying like, they had shit they could have picked from without saying.
Right.
All right. So this year we had Dragon's Dogma 2. Right. That was the big one. People love that game. We got Helldivers 2, like you just said. We got, let's see, The Last of Us Part 2. That was this year? Or remastered. The Last of Us Part 2 remastered. I feel them. I understand why that's not there. We got Persona 3 Reload, which is like the remake of that game.
Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2 we said. Final Fantasy we said. The new Paper Mario game came out this year.
Oh shit, yeah. Didn't like a new Mario and Luigi game come out this year too?
It comes out like next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Mario Wonder was last year.
Super Mario Wonder was last year? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sonic Generations, isn't that out? But not yet.
The Sonic Shadow? I think that came out already. Yeah, that came out already. I'm looking, guys. Sorry. Got a lot of bullshit games that came out this year as well.
Yeah, like Suicide Squad.
Was that 2024? That was horrible.
January 30th.
Tekken 8. The fuck am I
Oh, yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, we
Tekken
bugging.
8 came out this
It
year.
was bugging.
Holy shit, bro!
And
Tekken
it's in a
8.
different category.
It is in I think in some other shit, but I feel like Tekken 8 had so much content there on release date that should have been like included in Game of the Year. Like it had that much shit going on. Let's see. I got a really good list right now. So we got Black Myth Wukong. We said that already. Helldivers 2. Let's see. Shadow of the Erdtree came out. Metaphor Refantasia, which is on the list. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Looking through. Destiny 2, The Final Shape. I'm looking. And that's really it. Okay. That's really it that I see on this Wikipedia list. So on second thought, not as beastie as I thought. So I understand why Shadow of the Erdtree is in there, because it was kind of better than a lot of the shit, like a lot of the big games that came out this year. I get it. I dig. I'm not mad.
Okay.
Because Shadow of the Erdtree was a big game, big expansion. Obviously, I did the full playthrough for that on YouTube. It's funny, both of the games that we want probably to win Game of the Year from this category, we both did full playthroughs.
Okay, so about the Shadow of the Erdtree.
Yeah.
You said there were a couple of like people that disagreed with it being,
yes,
as far as because it's a DLC.
And a couple of people, I don't know them personally. It's just shit that I've seen like in comment sections and shit. People saying that Helldivers 2 should have probably got the nod. Tekken 8, you know what I mean? Like it's just taking up a spot in a category. But I understand though, because it was so like it wasn't just DLC. It was an expansion. It was like kind of like a new game.
That's what I was gonna say. Was it if it depends on if it was a new, if it was like a small piece and you just like
little episode, then I get
like,
it.
Yeah, but it's a full
on expansion, full different map too. That's another thing. It was a full gigantic map. It wasn't like we opening up this corner of the map.
Right.
It was a whole new map, new weapons, new bosses, new everything. So I dig. And it would still have more content than some of the regular games that came out this year. Like we look at shit like Undisputed, the boxing game. We always complain about how much shit is missing from that game. And that was, like $40 game. Shadow of the Erdtree was like what, 30, and came with that much content.
Right, yeah.
So you start that you take that into account. Even though it is an expansion, them niggas have more content than some full on games. Just crazy when you think about it like that. And that was like the swan song to the game. They're not coming out with any more DLC. They said for Elden Ring. They're probably already working on Elden Ring 2 or something. Maybe Bloodborne 2. But yeah. If we going based off that list specifically, I got Elden Ring.
Yeah, but you got games like, I don't know why they would be upset about that when you got games like, I'm not sure about the Baltara, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'm not sure about that game, but you got games.
It must have
like
been really good. I'm not gonna lie, but
that
shit to be.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah, Astrobot 2 was surprising to see Astrobot in it.
That game, that game.
I know it's a really good game, but just to see it like in the fighter list for Game of the Year, I'm just like, oh shit.
What my thing, I don't know about the new Astrobot game.
It's like the 3D open world shit.
Yeah, but they had it before. There was no story. If I'm not mistaken, there was no storyline.
This is the big one.
The new one.
This is like the big Mario-esque. Like we doing gigantic, crazy shit type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm getting it.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough. OD. You could do a playthrough on that if you want, but talk to me.